All right, Rafael Zabala here with my mom, Maria here, who needed to know how to find contacts, business contacts in her area that fit a specific demographic, that fit a specific type of business. And she currently owns a postal annex here in Clemens, North Carolina, and they do very specific types of services around printing and shipping, and wants to know how to find out what are the businesses that are out there that she can contact to offer her services to. Right. So I'm a partner with InsideView.com, which is a great company that aggregates databases of information, contact information. Right. This Inside View, and actually, let's go back to the home for a second, just to explain it just a little further. Um, Inside View is drawing information from multiple places, including LinkedIn, business areas, and their own information aggregators, right? They're looking at over 40,000 sources of information to try to find for you a lot of data on the companies. There are over 40 fields of data on the companies, segments, territories, what they do, as well as individuals, as the people in the company. Um, my father-in-law, Ken Lander, and I once went in here and said, "Hey, let's see if we can find the CMO, the Chief Marketing Officer of McDonald's, and give him a call." And sure enough, we went in here, found the guy, picked up the phone, and called.
Excellent.
Right. So if you have an account with them, it also shows you how you're connected, and this is really, really interesting, particularly from social perspective. You do have to have your own account for this because this connects to your LinkedIn account, right? But then you can go look. It's like, man, I really want to attack someone in IBM.
Mm-hmm.
At this location.
Mm-hmm.
And you're looking at this, it'll show you all of the CEOs, whatever it is you want to look at. And if I was connecting my account, it would tell me, and this is how you're connected to this person. It's like, oh, they know Brian? Let me pick up the phone and call Brian and ask him to introduce me to him, right? So that's kind of a very fast overview on what InsideView does. And what we're going to do is we're going to jump in and take it for a drive, right? Because it's really how you see this when you see it in action. So here I am logging in, and this might take a second. I'm going to pause while it's logging. All right, so here I am inside View. You can see that I've done some of my own list building. I'm just going to jump over there for a second because it'll give you an idea of what is available, right? So here I can start building a list, right?
Okay.
So I'm going to, and you can see I can build a people list or a company list, right?
Uh-huh.
For fun, we're going to start a company list just to see, because I want to see how many companies are out there in our area that might fit what we want, right? So location, it's going to be a very specific location.
Zip code 27106.
27106. Is that it?
27104.
27104.
27101. 27102.
27101.
102.
Here, I'm just gonna do 102.
103.
3.
Well, let's keep it that way.
Okay. Size.
Uh-huh.
From what to what? Or if we leave it blank, it'll show us everything.
Okay.
Right? But you can say, I mean,
I want a small.
okay, so based on the companies that have been successful with you today, right?
1 to 20.
1 to 20.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's really small.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to put 50 just just for fun. Because I don't want to make my search too little. Because I don't know what's going to show me in these zip codes, right? Industries, I'm going to take everything. Types of companies, I'm going to take everything, right? Keywords, I'm not going to add any smart agents to this, right? And in my connections, I could say, show me only people that I know in these companies, which is a very interesting search because you can come anywhere in the country and sit down and show me people that are connected to people that I know.
Okay.
Right? And that's an incredibly powerful tool.
Okay.
But let's say here, I'm not going to check any of this off.
So let's get everything.
I think that's pretty much it on this. So I'm going to hit search. And let's see what it comes up with. It came up with 3,500 companies in those zip codes.
Esa gente que tú conoces.
No, this is not connected. I didn't ask it to show me only people that I know.
Ah, okay.
Right.
Okay.
And actually, I don't think I have it connected to my
Yeah.
to my LinkedIn
Okay.
because I've been using this for my clients.
Okay. Okay.
Right. Because I can do this type of service for them,
Uh-huh.
and it's really interesting, right? So you can see that there are a lot of different small businesses here, 3,000 or so, right?
Mhm.
And then it came up with 2,000 or so people,
Mhm.
and you can see the different type of companies they came up with. Now I can go, so I can do this.
¿Tienes teléfonos o emails? O...
Yeah. So if I click on it,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to export it here, but that's a good question.
Uh-huh.
In this case, I generated was a company list.
Okay.
Right.
Uh-huh.
I am gonna export this here in 1 second, but I'm gonna click. You can see here that I have his email.
Perfect.
And I have his phone number.
Excellent. Okay.
Right. So this is kind of. I mean, there's 2,000 people to go through here, right? And this is, but that's good and not good.
Mm-hmm.
Because it could be too much, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, one of the things that I would work in is, okay, let me see how I can tweak this, right, and be more specific on the type of businesses that I want to be working with.
Okay.
Right. So, but I'm gonna go hit export. I'm gonna export all the people.
And when you export, that information is gonna be there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's a like Excel sheet or something?
Mm-hmm. Okay. It comes out in CSV.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so I can only export 2,000 at a time.
Okay.
But that's plenty.
More than enough, yeah.
Yeah.
Y puedes hacer todos los files con
So I can grab that information and I can put it in to my CRM or email marketing solution and do that. But I don't recommend that at all, ever. Because that's very impersonal marketing. Right? What I would recommend is then I would jump in and kind of get more specific about the people that I want to talk to. So, I mean, it's nice that we're downloading that, but let's go back out to build a list. I'm going to build a people list here. Let me see. So I can pick. I like using people lists because I can pick the people that I want to talk to inside that company, right? So, if you were to pick who are the people inside of these small companies that are likely more likely the people that are in charge of things that have to do with shipping and documents.
It depends of how big the company is, because if
they're small companies, back to our small companies. Finance, human resource, definitely not IT.
That operation and administration.
Operations and administration. Almost. Let's just look at these guys. Okay. I want all levels. Or I can say, let's leave all levels. Again, I'm going to choose my location. Oh, shoot, I should have copied and pasted the whole thing.
101 to 106.
101, okay, to 106. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Up to 50. We saw a lot, okay? Let's play for fun up to 20.
Okay. Yeah, it's good.
Right? And actually, that's something I might have done on the company list. Because what I'm trying to look at is trying to decipher and the market. It's like, oh, shoot, 3,000 up to 50? That's a lot in those zip codes.
Let's go to 20. Yeah.
All right, let's go down to 20.
The up to 20, I have more chances. Because up to 50, they most likely to have a color printer and stuff like that.
Okay.
Smaller, they don't invest in that.
So we're going to do all. again, all, and search. Now, last time it gave us like
3,000.
2,400 in the group of 50, right? And now we got 227 in less than 20 that are in operations and administrations. Now this is starting to look like a lot hotter list, right? Because these are going to be more in line with the kind of companies that we want to accept, right? I'm going to look at the companies here. It still shows me 3,695. Okay, there's still a lot of companies.
It's more.
But I'm only asking for the people that are in charge of.
Operations, yeah.
So you can see Vice President of Supply and Transportation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Reynolds, but that's
Right?
a huge company. Reynolds is showing that.
I know, but some of these are going to be bigger than others, right?
Yeah, but Reynolds is huge.
Absolutely. But I'd be very interested to see what sub-businesses here that counted as 20 people or less. Because you have to think, all of these holding companies and stuff like that, they own little things. Okay. Just because they're a big company, the satellite that this might represent might be small enough. Okay. Right? You don't. I mean, this involves then. So what I want to do is save this search, and I'm going to call it Coastal Annex 20 up to 20.
Up to 20.
Administration. Administration. Okay. I'll hit save on that. So now I've saved that search, and I'm going to go ahead and export it again. So you can see then what we're doing here, what we're really doing is researching and putting together the universe, right? So what I love about CSVs and Excels and stuff like that is, and I know you're an old Excel girl, but what I like to do is I love is the filtering function.
Right.
I can filter all sorts of stuff.
And you can do pivot tables.
So
what you're looking for. Exactly.
So I don't even know how to make pivot tables. No, I've never had to. It sounds like you do. So look, so I have all of this information. What's this? Account name. This is the company name, right? Description. Oops. Okay. Revenue of the company, and I love this one, right? Because this one allows me to focus like I would be focusing on things under $1 million. Maybe, right?
Pero hay un montón con zeros que son, probablemente son registradas que nacen un coño.
Right. So I mean, yeah, those zero ones. The zero ones. I mean, there's a lot of reasons to, but let's say less than or equal to. Let's do less than or equal to 5 million. Let's see what that looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Let's just look at some of these. This nonprofit Trilliant Federal Credit Union. So be interesting. Say, well, what's going on with that credit union, right? Hess gas station. This is a Salem Investment Counselors. Well, bam, that starts looking interesting. I like these guys, right? So what am I going to do? I'm going to go look at here to see what primary industry is, right? So let's say, I know that kind of business, right? Oh man, here we go. And this is where we could have really sorted this a little bit better. But let's say, look at all the different types here. I'm going to deselect all, and I want to see only legal services. All right? And actually, it's interesting that it's all one company, right? or it's two companies here. That's really interesting. So only two companies, but this is a big law firm, right?
¿Cómo se
Or it's
llama la
big
firma?
enough.
No veo.
It's actually 2 million. It's 2.5 million, right? A year. It's small law firm, right? But they seem to have lots of legal assistance, right? And they might need all sorts of stuff to be done with it, right? So the name of that company is Craig Brawley, Lifford, and Walker.
No. Okay.
But then I would go to their website, see who they are, look who the CEO is, see if I know anyone, if I know anyone that's connected to that person.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So from a salesperson perspective, what's happening here, what we're doing is our ability to then say, I mean, if leads is really the biggest issue, and that's the truth, that the issue isn't leads. The issue is the message. What is the value that I have to give them, and how am I going to give it to them? And right? But it helps to begin to paint who these people are. So there's a group of legal services, right? Let's select all again, but it wasn't a lot, right? So I'm kind of just moving. Oh, where did I go? Okay. Going back over here to the types. And I'm going to hide some stuff to make things easier to look at. Hide this. I like the revenue one.
Thank you.
I kind of like the description. But legal services, asset management, application services, credit unions, commercial banking. What I'm looking for is either,
Is there a description for home businesses?
personal services. There's home businesses. Great question.
Because that
What
would be
kind
my
of?
target. Because
I would say that we need to think about what kind of businesses are run from home.
From home, okay. And
Right?
because that includes people that work for corporations from home, because they don't have all the infrastructure. I use them a lot. They use me a lot.
Right. So some of these guys are going to be even smaller. So this one, Forsyth Industrial Systems, I have no idea what they are. I have no description here, but their account revenue is only is under 400,000, and they're being put under personal services. So I'm going to go look at their website.
And if they don't have one target for electrons.
So we're a nonprofit organization that supports people with intellectual and development disabilities, mental illness, and substance use or disorders. Very cool. And look, they're expanding our blanket of support, blah, blah, blah. So one of the things, I mean, so this is a cool business. So I would think to myself, what can I offer this business? How can I help them? Right? If anything, if I just think they're wonderful, right, then I just I call them to write an interview on them. Just because I want to be friends with them, I want to add the CEO to my network of people, of someone that I've done something for.
Okay.
Right?
One question. I don't have a LinkedIn. ¿Cómo tú dices?
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn for the business. I don't have one. I have my personal only.
Everything runs through personal, really. Okay. You can have a business LinkedIn, but to me, at
You
least the way I use,
the
way I use LinkedIn is about personal connections, anyways.
Yeah, I have my
right?
personal.
So that's that's a cool business, and actually I like this one because I can do some sort of marketing campaign saying, hey, listen, in the month of, find out when is the month of intellectual development and disabilities, and for, we're doing a special that for every...
Like for that, the toys. We have a bunch of toys.
Right, or that we're donating this much, or that we're putting a place to donate at our store for Monarch. And you make that connection with the CEO. You build that friendship. Do you think that CEO knows other CEOs here in North Carolina? Or other business owners? Very, very likely. You mentioned Latin American owned businesses, right? Now, I don't know if we can do that or not. Let's see. Where was I? Personal services. Select all.
Sometimes they say
Let's
if
look.
they're minority owned or women's owned, stuff like that.
I don't have that data source, but that would be an interesting data point to gather.
I think you can get it from the North Carolina, whatever, business register or whatever it's called.
So that example was InsideView, right?
Mm-hmm. Chamber of Commerce.
But there are others, and that's a paid for source, right? But you can see how we can start looking at data and information and how we begin to build a network, right? And yes, it's a lot of work.
Can you send me the
I'll send you, yeah.
Excel sheet.
Mm-hmm. But this is the work that has to be done no matter what to grow anything, right? Because business doesn't just come into the door.
Okay.
That's
too little.
Right.
You don't survive with that.
Right. So the Chamber of Commerce it's a Louisville Clemens Chamber of Commerce, right? I would want to earn their business or offer, like if I wanted to contact these folks and say, I want to offer you a free website, right? Or I would find something. I mean, they have a nice website. These people example, but how does membership work? What are the membership levels? What kind of? I mean, this is my small business network.
No, porque yo estoy en Winston-Salem Chamber of Commerce.
Okay, let's do that one. Winston-Salem Chamber of Commerce.
And we have visited them too. Tu papá los visitó.
Right, but it's not. You have to work out a way to have a presence, not a visit.
Y son caros.
Okay.
$1,000 y pico al año.
Right. Well, this database costs $1,200 a year to have access to. I mean, you can't.
I don't have
on the things that really actually can make you money. None of this stuff is expensive. This is not expensive. If it costs me $1,000 a year, right, and I can get one client from in here, does it pay for it?
Yeah, but
does it pay for it?
Okay.
How much is one good client worth to you?
No sé. Probably that. In bottom line.
In bottom line, about $1,000, right? Well, that's how. Then you have to make your decisions based off of that, and then make it pay for itself. I mean, that's what I like about paying for stuff. Because at the moment I paid for it, I have to make it pay for itself. If it's not paying for itself,
no, it doesn't.
Right? I mean, I carry that disappointment or energy. So I wanted to make it work. And that's $1,000 in shipping or whatever on your business today, not on what your business could do. Right. Because in your case for Postal Annex that you do, I don't believe that you're going to ever survive on just what Postal Annex does.
Yeah, I know.
On the services that it provides.
Yeah,
it has to. It can. The way to get benefit out of it is that it's almost like my lost leader. A lost leader is something that is just barely paying for itself or even losing a little money, right? That I'm using as an entrance into.
Correct.
Right? The whole world of services. Okay.
Hi, Jamie.
So we're going to keep talking over here about how to expand Postal Annex's services, to generate more revenue. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video because really the purpose of this video was how to use InsideView as a tool to look at the contacts that are available out there and begin to formulate and really identify the marketplace. Because at the end of the day, don't ever limit yourself to what you do today. Find out what the landscape is. Look at what's out there, right? Define it. Look to see where are the opportunities. And then you transform your business or yourself to what is needed in the moment, right? All right. Well, thank you very much. I hope that you enjoyed this video.